What's up, Internet? Dyce Quirk here, and today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. In fact, in this video, I'm going to be showing you one of the best brand new tools that I have found on the internet to help you plan your trip to Japan. And this tool is so cool because it helps you plan out all the different areas that you can go to inside of a specific region using the awesome number of J-vloggers and different Japanese video creators on the internet. And so in this video, I'm actually going to be interviewing the J-vlogger slash video creator that actually made this tool, and he has just so generously offered to come and be in this interview. So let's not waste time and let's get to it. So this right here is Nick Grimes. Nice to meet you. Is it Nick Grims or Grimes?
Neither. It's my full name is actually Nikita Grimm.
Nikita.
It's Grimm.
Oh,
but,
I'm sorry.
People usually call me Niko.
Okay, Niko.
And yeah, I don't usually go. Oh, I told you what just happened. I need to turn on my camera. I need to turn off the automatic shutdown.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm so sorry that happened.
No, it's okay, because I can just cut at that one spot when I say, let's get to it.
You know what? No, let's not cut it. This is hilarious. Let's keep this in. Alright, I need to this auto power off.
Sounds good.
This needs to go off. And there we go. Now you can see me in... Yeah, now that's not gonna happen again, except it will once the battery runs dry. Then it will happen for another, moment. But hey.
Hey, that's good, that's good. But yeah,
I have a spare battery ready to go. Just slot in.
Oh yeah, same here. I got a couple spares. Having said that, so Niko, that's what you prefer? So can you just really quickly tell everyone on my channel a little bit about what your channel's about and how you ended up in Japan?
Right. So I am not in Japan right now.
Yeah.
But so what happened? Around a couple of years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, I think it's 4 now. Time flies. I discovered the beauty of Japan YouTube. I completely and utterly fell in love with the country. Instead of studying for exams, I binge-watched Japan YouTube videos, and I got. It's a wonder how I still managed to pass everything. But hey, anyways, promptly started learning Japanese, learned all the kanji, etc. And a year later, I arranged myself to go on an abroad study in Japan for half a year, which was probably the most epic and awesome time of my life. And I met my girlfriend at that point, with which I'm still together, despite being very, very far apart.
Oh yeah.
But good news on this front, in just 10 days, after not seeing each other for 1.5 years, we'll finally be able to reunite.
That is awesome. So is she coming to visit you in
yes.
in Europe? Dude, that
yes, Japan doesn't let any filth foreigners in right now still, so she'll have to come to the third world country that is Austria and come to me, a country that doesn't even have proper toilets.
Has she been there before?
One of the fancy ones. Sorry?
Has she been there before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
She's visited me once for Christmas, nearly 2 years ago.
Ooh, cool. So, what's your channel about? Like, what do you generally do on your channel?
Right. So my channel is a let's just say travel channel that mostly focuses on things in and about Japan. Corona made things, of course, quite difficult on that front, but nevertheless, what I like with my travel videos is when I like to travel somewhere, I usually love to figure out what's behind the scenes a little bit, like the science and maybe the business and the kind of psychology, why certain things happen. So one of the key examples that I loved, or that I really liked traveling for is, traveling Japan, I noticed that a ton of places, a ton of onsen. There is onsen everywhere, right? It's just so cool on onsen. And what I noticed is that at each kind of onsen town, they always put out like these kind of foot baths that you can enter for free. Like pretty much always. Not always, but very, very often. An onsen, or like a kind of onsen location, an onsen hotspot, so to speak, provides a free foot bath. And you know why that is?
No.
Well, that's business, so to speak. So that's basically the free sample that they give to you at the supermarket to try it out, and if you want the real deal or the whole portion, well, you'll have to pay them. And I really love finding these small kind of business things. So yeah, in Japan, the onsen basically follows a kind of they have strategy and stuff like that, and I really love figuring these kind of things out. So I would say my channel is a kind of travel channel, is focused on a little bit on looking at the science, psychology, and business behind the scenes.
That is so Dude, that is so cool and super interesting. I didn't know that about the onsens, and that is actually really, really good detail that I'll have to take advantage of a little bit, when we're over there.
Definitely. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm, for example. So I'm much more successful on TikTok, where I take these fun facts that I find out and research and make fun fact videos about it, like short 30-second videos where I explain one of these fun facts and try to wrap that in a fun way. So on TikTok, I'm much more successful than on YouTube. Over 50k followers, and going strong.
Well, just because I realize we haven't done this yet, what is the name of your channel and also your TikTok? So that people can find you.
It's called The Red Value.
Mm-hmm. And that's on both TikTok and YouTube?
That's right.
Okay,
That's
cool.
Right.
If you're interested in checking out his channel, I'm going to be putting his links in both the description of this video and the pinned comment. So make sure you check that out. But now...
That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, totally, man. I am super excited to have you here. So the next big question, and this is kind of what the whole video is about, is you've made this brand new tool for people to be able to kind of check out different things with Japan. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is and also what it's called?
Okay, so it goes by multiple names now. So one of the names is the Red Value Map. That's a very standard name. Another, the what I call it, if I talk to in development circles, like if I talk about I call it the Project Odyssey.
Sounds nice.
And actually now I just bought today .com domains were for sale, so I bought thejapannap.com. So if you type in thejapannap.com right now, you'll be able to enter it. And I think that is a very, very good explanation of what it already does. It's the Japan map. So what is it? So around a year ago, YouTuber Chris Broad, big YouTuber abroad in Japan, I guess many of you know him, released a kind of map of Japan of all of his videos. So he took all of his videos and put them on the map, on an interactive map. And so now you can click on his website. You can go to his site, and you can click on the map, click on the videos, and see, whoa, he made the video right there, and it gives like a cool overview of what Japan does. And what I noticed at that point is I had a hunch that it might actually be possible to automate it. So to me, as a background, I work in artificial intelligence and cloud technologies. So building these kind of systems, building like large-scale systems, that is what I kind of do. That's what I'm kind of specialized in. And I noticed from that, hey, it might actually be possible to recognize the locations in which videos happen using artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it does. After a couple of months of trial and error, I kind of noticed, actually, that could work. And after 1 year of development, I finally managed to recreate that map that Chris Broad did on his website, and I recreated it using artificial intelligence. So, and then I used the tech on every single Japan YouTuber out there.
That is awesome. Now, I'm just kind of curious, like from my perspective, I don't know much about that kind of technology or how to even put it together. First off, how did you find all of the Japan YouTubers? Like, how did you do that? Like, was that that was also automation?
Well, I just started making a list.
Okay.
It's Niko's list, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I have a list, a Google spreadsheets, where I just, whenever I find a new J-vlogger or a new Japan YouTuber, I just put them on the list. And over the time, I managed to find like over 350.
Dude, that is
some old
awesome.
and some new.
That is super awesome. And so, if I recall correctly, I checked out your original video, which I'll also put that in the description of this video, where he talks about this tool that he made. You mentioned that you use like voice recognition from within the videos, something like that.
That's right.
My goodness.
So it takes, so to speak, voice recognition, because the assumption is the following: if you're a travel YouTuber, or if you make a video going somewhere in Japan, you would typically at least mention it somewhere where you go. So if you go to, let's just say, Akihabara, you would at least write in the title or in the description, or at least you would say in the video that you're going to Akihabara. And that's what the AI uses. It uses that information, that at least when you go somewhere, at least you say where you go at least once.
Oh yeah.
And then you can train artificial intelligences nowadays to recognize locations out of text. So the voice recognition is passed into text, and that text is then passed through the AI, that then picks out the location names.
That is so... Oh, sorry. Dude, that is super cool. I do recognize that occasionally it makes like a little blip where it doesn't like get the exact location, but honestly, just me speaking to my viewers, I just want to say it's still totally awesome because you can still find a bunch of different vloggers about if you're going to Hokkaido or this or that. Like, it is awesome. Seriously, you should check it out. I want to make sure that I hit a couple more questions here, if that's okay, because
Sure.
my camera's also about to die. I know I have the battery, but still. Yeah, how do you envision... Oops, there we go. But I'll ask the question real quick, if you're okay with that. How do you envision this tool helping people travel in Japan?
So right now, the tool is still in its early phases. So you mentioned, for example, that there are a couple of blips. Of course, there is a couple of different types of blips, and I'm still actively working on this thing. The first version is out. There will be more soon, and the first version will definitely have blips, so to speak. But what I meant to say is that I will continually actively develop it. I've already released the new version 1.1, which features 3D terrain, for example, so you can actually see everything in 3D now, and not just have it on a flat plane. And one of the future versions would be and the current version right now is mostly ego gratification for Japan YouTubers. So it's like everyone has their own app. So that's basically it right now. But it still helps you discover things.
Oh,
but one of the next things that I'm working on right now, one thing that I'm actually working on right now, is to create a discoverability tool. So what if you can go to a place on the map, click on that spot, and tell the system, can you please show me some videos from here? And that would be the next step. That would be the next step, to be able to say, click on the point on the map and say, show me some videos from here. And I think, and I'm actively working on that right now.
Honestly,
For example,
like, that is just totally awesome. And honestly, I think that this tool, like, as you continue to evolve it, could be something just completely transformative for travel in general, like any location. That is super crazy cool, and this isn't on my list of questions, but I do gotta ask: do you plan to eventually expand this to other travel, or no?
Yes, of course. So right now, of course, it's always, when you start these kind of things, it's always best to focus on a single thing and do that single thing really well. And particularly because I make Japan videos myself, and I'm really, really into Japan. I love Japan, especially the food. Oh God.
Yeah. Definitely.
It just makes sense for me to focus on Japan right now, but I am actively working and collecting the data right now that should allow me to generalize it, to become more to be able to put it on a more global scale. And there is a couple of steps that I have to do until then, but yeah, the work is definitely ongoing, and I have a bunch of, let's just say, crazy ideas in the future. Let's just say, for example, it's something really crazy. Like, let's just say you could tell the system that is what I'm telling you now is going to be really, really far off in the future, maybe 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Oh yeah, totally.
But what if you could tell this thing, look, I want to go on a trip to Japan in next summer, next July, for the first 2 weeks of July.
Mm-hmm.
And my budget is very little, but I wanna see that place, and I wanna have a little bit left over to go to a Ryokan or something like that.
Yeah.
What if a map, if you give it a couple of parameters, what if it could automatically generate one of these things? Like, if it could automatically generate a recommended itinerary for you, based upon actions and suggestions grabbed from the internet, aka from YouTube videos.
That sounds absolutely incredible. And again, it sounds like you're just trying to transform the travel industry, like, with this tool. Honestly, that's something that could completely eclipse, like, a lot of different jobs and everything else too. I'm not saying that, you're trying to eliminate jobs, but that is just totally awesome, man. You can start your entire business with something like that. That is kind of incredible.
It's Of course, what I'm saying, that is just a hunch that it maybe is possible. But like I had 1 year ago, the idea of this map was just a hunch.
Yeah.
You probably when you're talking about this, you probably need to cut in some footage from the map sometimes.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna make sure that I scroll through it, get some screen images, just everything like that.
Awesome.
Now that we've hit this point, you kind of explored some of the future aspirations that you have for this map, and I think that's just totally awesome. Is there anything that you particularly would like to say to my viewers? Because, I'd love to give you that opportunity if you have anything that you wanted to say.
Let me think. Yeah, I'd be happy for you to just go and check out the map as well as my own content, and let me know what you think. If you have ideas, please inform me. If you see something that could be done, please let me know. I'm really open to criticism and suggestions, and for both my map as well as my videos.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. That was Niko Grimm, and again, I'm going to plug his channel, The Red Value, which you can find him on TikTok as well as on YouTube, and I'll make sure that I put those in the pinned comment as well as in the description of this video. So, thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and let us know in the comments if you have any suggestions or any ideas that Niko could add to his future plans for this just huge venture. It's just such a cool idea. So, thank you guys so much for checking everything out, and we'll see you later. Dyce Quirk, out.